Oil prices are sliding amid worries that a slowdown in major economies will lead to lower demand. The crude benchmark Brent has fallen more than 4% to around $110 a barrel. Natural gas prices are also down more than 2%. Now, this comes as the U.S. government considers suspending some taxes on oil to ease the burden of high costs on consumers. And U.S. President Joe Biden has also criticized American oil giants. He says companies are profiting off the crisis in Ukraine by refusing to raise production, resulting in artificially high prices at the pump. The cost of petrol reached a record high in the U.S. earlier this month.
Look, we need more refining capacity. This idea that they don't have oil to drill and to bring up is simply not true. This piece of the Republicans talking about Biden shut down fields, wrong. 9,000 of them, okay? So then we ought to be able to work something out whereby they're able to increase refining capacity and still not give up on transitioning to renewable energy. They're both within realm of possibility.
For more on the story, let's go to Danni Hewson, financial analyst at AJ Bell in the UK. Welcome back to the program, Danny. So we have this back and forth between the White House and oil companies. Joe Biden administration asking oil companies to raise their production, those very same companies saying they simply can't at the moment. What do you make of this little feud that we have there?
It's an ideological spat, really. There's a lot of tit for tat going on. But fundamentally, the whole country, in fact, the whole world needs to start making decisions about exactly what it wants from its energy transformation. You know, we've been talking now for a number of years about the need to transition to clean, green energy. And what the oil companies are saying is that there have been a number of measures which have been put in place over the years, which have made it incredibly difficult for them to expand their processes. And of course, you know, if they're looking to the future and they're thinking we're not going to make money down the line, then why would they jump through all the hoops? And in terms of refinery capacity, I think it was the 1970s when the last US oil refinery was built, which just sort of shows the direction of travel. Clearly, Joe Biden is under the cosh at the moment. He needs to bring petrol prices down because prices at the pump, the way they are at record high, they just don't go down well with electors.
Right. So with elections coming up soon in the U.S., the midterms, President Joe Biden trying to shore up the popularity of the Democratic Party, considering a suspension of taxes on petrol products. Is this going to amount to much, or is this just a short-term stopgap measure that won't really fix a lot of the structural problems that we're seeing that are driving oil prices up?
Well, look, when we're talking about prices at the pump at around $5 for a gallon, and we're talking about, you know, those taxes at around 18 cents a gallon, every little will help, you know, those drivers that are really struggling when they're filling up at the pumps. But it's not a great deal, is it? You know, I mean, gas prices have risen by 106% since last May, which just demonstrates the incredible hikes that we have seen. So any change to taxes is going to be a teeny tiny drop in the ocean compared to what is needed. And those oil companies are saying, you know, it needs to be a fundamental shift in the way that this administration looks at energy.
All right. Danni Hewson joining us out of the UK. Thank you for joining us.